What is it that makes a Call of Duty mobile player truly excel? Is it A. Aim, B. Movement, C. Game sense? Or is it D. Absolute unadulterated chaos and the willingness to be the most annoying piece of shit in the lobby? Welcome back to the lab. Today we are putting aside honor and focusing on results. A few seasons ago, I would consider it beneath my dignity to recommend the loadouts we are about to discuss, but then I realized honor doesn't capture the hard point, winning does.
You have no honor, and you are a slave to it.
If the developers are going to add things like the skill overdrive wildcard, which lets you run 2 operative skills and is banned in comp play because it's unbelievably broken, then why shouldn't we abuse it? If you aren't abusing the meta, you are just volunteer target practice for someone who is. Today, we cover the loadouts that will make your opponents rage quit, smash their iPads, and question their life choices. Let's begin. Our first entry is the cornerstone of annoyance, the Thermite Man-O-War paired with the Jack 12 Dragon's Breath. The key here is stacking range on your Man-O-War with the Colossal Suppressor. Why? Because thanks to the recent perk nerfs, even players running Flak Jacket and Dauntless can now be 3-tabbed at range by this monstrosity. It's a ridiculously fast 240 millisecond time to kill that also burns them. We run the Wounding Weapon perk to ensure that even if they survive, they are out of the fight for 5 business days waiting to heal. Your secondary is the Jack 12 with Dragon's Breath ammo. This is crucial because Dragon's Breath completely bypasses the damage reduction from perks like Flak Jacket. If they get close, they burn. Run trip mines and trip sensors. If you're playing Search and Destroy, swap for a Storm Bolt or smoke grenades to blind those pesky snipers holding long angles. If you have some semblance of aim, use the Equalizer or Death Machine. However, if your aim is developing, run the Gravity Vortex or the Reactor Core. These require 0 skill. In hardpoint, just fire the vortex at the hill or at a spawn point. They spawn, they get sucked in, you get points. It's idiot proof. Now, eventually, your opponents are going to get sick of this and they will copy your loadout to try and burn you back. When that happens, you switch to the mirror match protocol. You keep the Thermite Man-O-War, but you equip Dauntless and Flak Jacket in that exact order, else it won't work. This combo lets you tank an extra shot of their Thermite while liberal into yours. Throw on kinetic armor, which takes 0 brain cells to use, and you essentially hard counter your own toxic strategy. You will win that 1v1 every single time. For Search and Destroy, we have a mathematically unbreakable setup. You are going to run the Tactician wildcard. This gives you 2 tacticals. You will equip the trip sensors and the heartbeat sensor. The logic is, your opponent cannot run 2 green perks. They either run Hardwired to counter your trip sensors, or they run Ghost to counter your heartbeat sensor. They cannot counter both. You throw your sensors to watch lanes. If they don't trip them, you check your tablet. You will know where they are. It is wall hacks without the ban risk. Combine this with Dead Silence and you are a nightmare. Now, this next loadout is designed specifically to stop enemy nukes. Personally, I rarely need this. I mean, how often does an opponent actually get on a 15 streak against me? Maybe once in a blue moon. Oh fuck. Oh shit, that guy's on a 15. Where is he? Go Pikachu! Got his ass. Like I said, rarely used, but effective. This is your fun police loadout. You run the Assassin blue perk so the enemy streaker is marked on your minimap. Your primary is a sniper, like the 3-line rifle, built with the special barrel and magazine for automatic one-shot body kills anywhere on the map. We pair this with Overkill to run a US assign or a shotgun for close range, because if you miss that sniper shot up close, you're dead. You run Dauntless in your red slot, just in case they try to thermite you back. You find them, you wallbang them with a real charge, you end their content. Sometimes you just want to relax, not move your left thumb. This is the endless camping setup. We are running Overkill with the RAL LFG and the Striker Shotgun. The RAL LFG doesn't care about volts, cover, or your opponent's feelings. It will 3-tap people through Soul and Brick. The perks: Red perk, Restock. This is non-negotiable. It constantly refills your drip mines and trophy systems, allowing you to build a virtually impenetrable fortress. The green perk, Ghost. You must stay off the minimap. Alternatively, you can run something like Quick Fix if you are very confident in your positioning, or dish restock for Flag Jacket if they really love spamming explosives and trophies are not cutting it, but other than that, this is pretty golden. If someone manages to get past your drip mines and your drip sensors, you swap to a striker shotgun and delete them. It's not camping, it's holding a power position aggressively. Alternatively, if reloading is too cognitively demanding for you, use the RPD with the cooling compressor barrel. Infinite ammo. Just hold on the trigger down a lane until the game ends. Finally, the loadout for those who believe gunfire should be decided by abilities, not bullets. We are abusing the skill order at Wildcard to run 2 operator skills. We pair this with overclock to run them faster and unit support. Pretty much all of our previous loadouts can be modified to incorporate this perk. For example, take the Thermite Man-O-War loadout. What you have to do is just ditch the Jack 12. Suddenly, you can run the skill overdrive wildcard and you can run 2 operator skills. Very simple, right? Now, since COD Mobile basically gives you aimbot in the name of aim assist, you can run the HSO 4-5. If you struggle with the pump action, run overkill and bring a striker as your secondary. Miss your HSO shot, instantly swap to the automatic striker and spam them down, then pop your gravity vortex, then pop your purifier or your equalizers. By the time you're done, the match is over and everyone hits you. Finally, let's talk about score streaks. We want cheap and effective. Run SAM turrets, counter UAVs and the EMP system. These ruin the enemy flow without requiring you to go on a massive streak. You can run big lethals like stealth choppers, napalms or swans, but be careful. These can be stolen or destroyed by players running the firepower support perk. Actually, you should be that player. If you can't earn high streaks, just use the firepower support perk to steal theirs. There is nothing funnier than killing a sweat with his own sentry gun. If you can't earn it, just take it. Additionally, on such a loadout, you can also use overclock, so while you're switching off to that secondary loadout, your main operator actually charges faster when you switch back, and your main weapon will obviously be the Thermite Man-O-War. As if you happen to run out of shots on your FHJ, you can just switch off to your Thermite Man-O-War and destroy that streak. It won't give you that streak, of course, that needs to be launchers, but at least it's gone now. Look, some people will call these tactics toxic. They'll call you a shitter. They'll say you have no skill. But remember this, when the match results screen comes up, it doesn't ask how you got the win. It just asks if you got the win. Game's game. Embrace the cringe. If this guide helped you ruin someone's day, leave a like. If you hated it, you're probably the guy who got thermited by me 3 times in a row on firing range. See you in the next one. I'm going dark.